Well, hello and welcome to Sleeping Lions. That's right. Look at that bad boy. He's all asleep, one eye just kind of a little bit open. He is a sleeping lion. Hey, this is a watch me video, so all you have to do is sit back and watch and see how I do this problem. So here is the scenario. You are on safari in the heart of Africa. You look into the side of the Jeep and you see 17 sleeping lions, just like this bad boy here. As they sleep, they are attacked by 816 flies. Let's just write that down. 816 flies. And they're buzzing and flying around, and they land on the lions here that are sleeping, and they try to disturb their sleep, which is really not very nice at all. Now, if the flies are equally dispersed amongst all 17 lions, how many flies are on each lion? So here we have 17 sleeping lions. They don't look quite as comfortable as this one, but their eyes are shut and they are sleeping. And now there are 816 of these flies buzzing around, and that needs to be divided equally amongst these 17 lions. So let's go ahead and see how this problem is solved. So the very first thing I want to do is write my counting by the numbers across the top. And now I've got 17 here. Now I don't need to do 1 because 1 times anything is just that number. I will do the sevens. So watch how I do that. And here I got my counting by the numbers. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70. Okay, now if this one was not a 1, if it was a 3 or a 6, I would also write the 3's across here. Now our next thing that we've got to do is look at this number, and whenever we're estimating how many times it's going to go in, we're going to estimate it as 20 instead of 17. So I'm going to write 20 right here, and that's what I'm going to estimate as. Now that means I need to also count by the numbers by 2's, so I'm going to do that right now. And this one is super simple. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay, so now we are ready for our area division. Let's shrink this and make our first area box. And I'm going to do that right there. And I'm going to put 816 right in that area box. And then I'm going to plug the 17 in down here. So 17 right there. Now, when I'm figuring out and estimating how many times 17 will go in here, I'm actually going to use 20 because otherwise I might go over. So this is going to be a good super way for me to estimate how many times 17 will go into 816. So first of all, I see that 17 will plug in for the 2 digits of 81, and 17 can fit into 81. So I'm going to put a 0 up here and drop 1 down there because anything times 0 will give me 0. And then I'm going to come up here to the 20 and estimate how many times the 2's will go in here. Now I got to remember that this is not just 2, 4, 6, 8. This is actually 20, 40 because I got another 0 here, right? You get that? So 20, 40, 60, 80, and 80 will fit in there perfectly, or almost perfectly. So that means I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll multiply by 4. So I'm going to drop a 4 right there. And now 4, now I actually use the real number though, okay? So 4 times 7, and I can come up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give me 28. So here's where it gets a little tricky. I got to drop my 8, and then I'm going to carry a 2 right over here. And then I'm going to go 4 times 1 is 4, plus this 2 is going to give me 6. Now, I'm ready to subtract. So I'm going to enlarge this so I have a little more room. And now the very first thing I do is I look for any trouble a-coming. And I got no trouble here, but I do have trouble a-coming right here. Trouble a-coming. And that means I'm going to have to borrow from this 8. I'm going to turn that 8 into a 7 and turn the 1 into 11. And now I'm good to go. So I'm going to add my second area box right here. And we're going to just plug in we're going to subtract actually. 6 minus 0 is going to give me 6. And then 11 minus 8 is going to give me 3. And then 7 minus 6 is going to give me 1. So I've got my 1 right here. Now, I got to see how many times this 17 can fit into this area box, right? So I'm going to come back up here, and I'm using my estimation number again. So I'm going to estimate with the 20, right? So I'm going to come up here, and I'm looking for 136. So this is going to be 20, 40, 60, right? Because I got the 0 here. 80, 100. So then this would be 120, which is actually too much. No, it's not. What am I saying? It's perfect, right? And then this is a little bit too much. That's what I did. I jumped the gun there. So 120 is what I'm going to estimate at, right? So that means I'm going to multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's go ahead and plug in that 6 right there. And now I'm going to actually use the real numbers here, right? So 6 times 7, and I'm going to just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's going to give me 42. So I'm going to drop the 2 and carry the 4. Watch how I do that. So I'm going to drop the 2, and I'm going to carry the 4 right over here. Now you notice I circled this. That means I know I used it already, right? So next time I'm going to use the 4 right here, right? So now I'm going to go 6 times 1, and that's easy. It's just 6. Plus 4 is going to give me 10. So I'm going to circle this, and then I'm going to write my 10 right here, okay? And now I am ready to subtract. So once again, I'm going to enlarge this, and so I have a little bit more room to work. And I'm looking for trouble or comment. I got none here, I got none here, and I'm good to go, right? So now I'm going to add my next area box here, and in this one, I will simply do the subtraction, right? So first I get 6 minus 2 is going to give me 4 right there. And then I got 3 minus 0 is going to give me 3 right here. And now I've got 1 minus 1 is 0. Now, here's the thing. You notice that 34 is actually bigger than the 17. So now, here's the great thing about area division. If this was long division, we would have to erase all this and erase this. But with area division, all I've got to do is add another area box, right? So what I'm going to do now is look at, once again, come back up here and look at the, use the 20 to estimate how many times it will go into 34, right? So this would be 20 and then 40. So 40 is too much, so I'm going to just add one more 17 down there, and let's see what happens with that. Now, first of all, I'm going to make a little more room here by moving my sleeping lion right over here. And then I'm going to add one more group of 17 here, and I'll write 17 right there, and I can do my subtraction. And now, first thing I'm going to do is look for trouble coming, and sure enough, I got trouble right here. So I'm going to borrow from this 3, turn that into a 2, and turn that into 14. So now, I can do another area box, and I'm going to do this one in green. And now, let me enlarge this so we have a little bit more room to work. And now I can subtract again. And 14 minus 7 is going to give me 7. And then 2 minus 1 is going to give me 1. And lo and behold, I can fit one more group of 17 in there, can't I? Now, that's the thing about area division that's really, really cool. I don't have to erase. All I have to do is add another group of 17. I add my 17 here because 1 times 17 is going to give me 17. That is super simple, my friend, right? And then that's going to zero out because when I subtract 17 minus 17, it zeroes out. Now, all I have to do is draw my line and add these up, just like that. Now, I'm going to move this so I have room to do that. And then I'm going to add up. Let me get this a little bit bigger here. And I'm going to simply go 6 plus 1 is 7 plus 1 is 8. So I'm going to have an 8 in the ones column. And then I'm just going to bring my 4 straight up here to 4. And bam, 48 flies are on each lion that is trying to sleep. So once again, you had 816 flies that were landing on all these lions, right? And there's 17 lions. And that means that there are 48 flies on each of these lions. So that, my friends, is all you need to do in order to be successful with area division. But wait, one more thing. I want you to notice that these are different colors. And my suggestion to you, you don't have to do it, but it'll make it easier to see if you get two different colored highlighters. And when you make your area box, if you highlight on different colors, it just makes it a little bit more clear like this is here. So that is my suggestion. Do as you will, my friend. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic day. Sayonara for now. And now, on to counting by the numbers. This is a great strategy for anybody who does not have all their multiplication facts memorized. Counting by threes. Ready? Here we go. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Counting by fours. Ready? And 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Counting by sixes. Here we go. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Counting by sevens, here we go. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70. And counting by eights, here we go. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56, 64, 72, 80. Counting by nines, here we go. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90.